A really, really good one that I found, and this one's worked quite a few times. Officer, did you file a valid cause of action against me? This one I got from Mark Stevens. This one has been so effective. They're going to allow him to answer, yes, I filed a valid cause of action, or he's going to answer, I don't know what a cause of action is. In which case, that shows how lenient the court system is with these police officers. They're letting them file causes of action without even knowing what a cause of action is. Cause of action, of course, is the initial paperwork that you put in to initiate a legal proceeding. A cause of action is the cause of action. The court is taking action. This paperwork is the cause for why I want them to take action. If they tell me they don't know what it is, I tell them, okay, what kind of paperwork did you file with the court in order to initiate these legal proceedings? They'll say, oh, I filed a summons and complaint, or, oh, I filed a ticket. Either way, that's the cause of action. Officer, was it a valid cause of action? Was it a valid ticket? Was it a valid summons and complaint? They will always say yes. Simply follow up with, how many elements are in a valid cause of action? How many elements are in a valid ticket? How many elements are in a valid summons and complaint? Whatever their answer was. How many elements make it valid? They're not going to know. He just said it was valid. I'm questioning him on his prior testimony. I'm questioning him on the validity of it. I want to know how many elements make it valid. He's not going to answer, or she's not going to answer. Again, at this point in the proceedings, 9 times out of 10, the prosecutor jumps up. Objection, calls for a legal determination. Witness is not qualified to make legal determinations. Judge jumps up. Sustained. No legal determinations from this officer will be admitted into my court. At which point I say, I move to have all of his legal determinations stricken from the record then. Sustained, if they're going to be consistent, or they're going to show that they don't care. I've had this happen. No, I'm not gonna strike his legal determinations. But you just said he can't give legal determinations. You strike the legal determinations when the prosecutor objects, or when I object, or when I ask for the legal determinations to be stricken on the exact same reason. You're going to say no. And this has happened before. These judges, these prosecutors, they're crooks, and they'll do whatever they can to get your money. And I have had them straight up break every single rule of evidence, every single rule of procedure, every single rule of due process. I've had them break one after another in order to get my money. It happens sometimes. You're dealing with crooks. Sometimes they're going to steal from you. But that's the point. Right there. It proves that the whole thing is invalid. It proves that you can't set up a government based off of pieces of paper and actually expect those who come in to enforce those pieces of paper to do anything other than bully you and steal your money, because that's what government is. It's a group of people who bully each other and steal money from each other, and instead of being called criminals, they're called representatives. If the officer is allowed to answer the question, how many elements are in this valid cause of action, then I ask him after that, what are those elements? If he can't answer what the elements are, then how can his testimony that the elements were there and that the elements were there for a valid cause of action, how can his testimony be accepted? It can't. It's fraudulent on its face. We'll get into more. I have a few more to wrap up with, and we'll be right back on the other side. This is Live Free FM.
From victim of the state to victory over the state. Listen to Live Free FM with Paranoid, Saturday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on Orion Talk Radio.